I just learned this. I just learned. But guys, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got two fantastic actors for this evening. First of all, you've seen them on Comedy Central. Put your hands together for the fantastic. I'm still laughing. Aaron Edwards Hall.
There we go. How's everybody doing? We good? Yeah. Did you enjoy Cozumel today?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I got my exercise. I normally walk off the ship, go through the maze, make a left, then I come back around and go all the way up. I forgot though, and I walked on the left side of the street. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Yeah, talking about harassed about everything. They tried to sell me everything from feathers to hand jobs. I was like, what? They were like, massage for you? I might have done the massage, except I think the dude was more excited than the girl. He's like, come on, have you in there? I was like, no, I don't know who's doing that. I'm good, bro. I'm straight, man. John going over to the other side. Seriously, man. I'm happy to be back at work, though. This is the second month back since the pandemic, guys. Yeah. I'm excited. Excited to see your faces. And I noticed certain things, were the same when I got back. Certain things were different. The things that were the same, I noticed when I got on, they still have the day of the week on the elevator floor for you guys. Yeah, because they know that by Thursday, you're not going to know what's going on. Because you're on vacation. And, well, you're an idiot. Yeah. Now, the things that were different, like when I get on, I used to come in, walk straight on, go by everybody, and get to my room. Not because I'm special, but because I'm working, right? The only people that got in before me was Diamond. Yeah, I heard they just teleport in somehow. Yeah, I think they're part of Illuminati. I don't know, but they're amazing, I can tell you that much. Right? But now I get grilled, like everybody else. They were grilling me. About the third question in, they said to me, sir, you're pregnant? So I was like, what? She was like, it's 2021. I was like, touche. Right? But then the last question, that's the one that got me. And I know they got you guys because they got me with it. They get real solemn. They look you dead in your eyes and say, sir, have you been sick or around anyone that's been sick in the last 72 hours, right? Now that's a good question because they care, right? But let's be real, guys. You paid $3,000 to get on this cruise. Are you really gonna be like, you know what? My throat has been killing me all week. I haven't tasted my food in 5 days. No, you're good people, but you ain't that good, all right? Some of you on here with the Rona right now, so we might as well just turn up. For real. You will hold that sneeze in. I'm just fine. C-card pass, please. Thank you. For real. Stop wasting our time with these questions. I like the second show. Second show is always a mixed bunch. Let's see what we have in here. 50 and under. Make some noise. 50 and under? All right. Okay. 50 and over. Make some noise. It's like they won. Yep. I was going to say that anyway, because that's who really pays my check. So, now listen, I'm about to make a statement. You guys are not going to agree, okay? But just roll with me, Will, because it's my show, all right? I can't wait to get over 50. See, thanks, man. A couple people. The rest of the people are looking at me like, what an idiot. He has no idea what he's talking about. You know why I say this? I'm a comic, and I really believe that 50 is when liberation truly starts.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It really does. You don't get respect until you turn half a century. You understand? I'm 39. My parents don't listen to a word I have to say. For real. And I really can't wait to get that Denny's discount. When you get that, that's the real deal. You ever talk to somebody in Denny's with that card? Oh, yeah, they're smoking. It's a non-smoking restaurant. They're just cussing. They say whatever they want to whoever they want whenever they feel like it. And guess what? You gotta take it. Yeah, I can't wait for that, guys. First time I realized that was a real thing, I was doing this show, right? And I was in there with my publicist. Now, my publicist was a beautiful girl. We just worked together, though, right? But there was this old school player there that took a liking to her. Oh, yeah. I know he was at least 70 because he had a Kango hat on and it sat off to the side. And it didn't fall the whole night. I said, oh, that's wisdom. He knows something I don't know, right? And unlike a young guy, young guys like your girl, they try to get eye contact. They do sneaky things, right? No, not the old school player. He walked straight up to me and said, excuse me, player. Is this you? I said, oh, no, sir, you got it. He walked straight up to her and said, you know I got money. And if you want to, we can go to the Cancun. Now, I don't know how old you got to be to put a the in front of Cancun. If he did that, I was so impressed. I was like, sir, on your way to the Cancun, if you could just drop me off at the Vegas, I would appreciate that. For real. It's been a crazy couple years, especially, for me, especially the last few months. End of July, mid-August, I was in the ER for 10 days with COVID, mycoplasma, walking pneumonia. Yeah, didn't know if I was gonna make it, but you know what, guys? God is good. I'm still here. I'm healthy and strong. So I have no complaints whatsoever. Yeah, no complaints. And in fact, when you go through things like that, you become a lot more grateful, right? So I remember I used to argue with my agent about little stuff, stuff like what airline I'm flying, right? And for those of you who travel for a living, you understand, right? You need your miles. Very important. However, since I haven't traveled for a while, I'll take Southwest. Yeah, I might have to stop everywhere in between where it is I'm trying to go, but I'll take it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Smart people understand. Southwest is a short hop airline, right? You want to go from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando, right? Maybe Atlanta, that could be pushing it. I was taking it west to east, guys. You don't do that. Oh yeah, last time I did that, I went from LAX into Chicago Midway, back to Spokane, Washington. Then into Norfolk, Virginia, got off the plane, spent the night at a friend's house, got off, flew to Baltimore, then into Fort Lauderdale. That is ridiculous. Well, for $49, I'm doing that flight with peanut butter jelly sandwiches and stale pretzels. For real. Seriously, man. You know what? I've gotten grateful enough to fly Spirit. Well, you didn't almost die, okay? Yeah. And from the sounds of it, they got you too. You know why? They get everybody because they got the best business model going. We're gonna get everybody at least once. Right? They get you because you're smart like me. You go on Tuesdays to look for your ticket, right? Because that's the cheap day. And as you're looking on there, lo and behold, you see $19.99 to go to Russia? That's amazing, right? Then you realize why it's $19.99. That's because, first of all, there's no cushion in the seats, okay? You're sitting on a box of rocks for hours. I was sitting so close to the girl next to me, I think I have a Me Too case pending. I don't know. We'll see. I'm telling you ahead of time because she might come out. I don't know. Seriously, man. And then you think it's cheap, but it's not because they are actively charging you as you go. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was on a red-eye flight. I tried to take a nap. The flight attendant was like, sir, are you trying to rest? Oh, that'll be $40. We all stay awake here on Spirit. Who's going to help the captain? I'm like, hopefully the captain. What? I tried to use the restroom. She was like, is that going to be a number 1 or a number 2? I said, ma'am. First of all, who's taking a number 2 on the plane, okay? Identify that person immediately because that is a terrorist. Secondly, what difference does it make? She said number 2 comes with spray, and that'll be $40 as well. Man, by the time I got off this flight, it was $8,999. It's ridiculous. For real, but I've come to kind of like these little bargain buster planes, in the last few months. Because, they're kind of cool. They're a little spunky, right? They got little indigo lights. When you walk in, they got light rave music playing, right? Basically, they got a bunch of little stuff to keep your mind off the fact that you might not land. Yeah, because my miles are with American. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, man. American is a little stuck in their ways, guys. They need to come up to the future, man. I swear they think Reagan is still president. Seriously, man. I mean, it's just crusty. And here's my thing, man. Look, I honor my elders. You understand? I think that we all should. I think that you should work as long as you want to work. All I'm saying is, I just don't think Ethel still has the strength to open that 50-pound exit door. I don't think Betty has what it takes in case of emergency. That's all I'm saying. My real issue too with them is they're kind of prideful. You know what I mean? Because they were it in the 80s and 90s, so they still hold that pride. I'll never forget, I was on a flight from LA to Japan, right? I was going out there to entertain the troops. So you know what that means. Yeah, absolutely. Give it up for the troops. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's a great experience. And but you know what that means, right? The government flies nobody in the front, all right? I was in the back, right? And I don't mind that. I'm going to do my duty. The only thing is I'm not that tall, but I'm tall enough not to want to sit in the middle seat for 12 hours, right? So I'm walking, just stretching my legs, and it's a 777 long airplane. I'm just walking. For some reason, I wasn't paying attention, and I got a little bit too close to that first class curtain. Oh yeah, guys, America still believes in that. Yes, they can smell the coach on you. You understand? This flight attendant came out of nowhere like, sir, you cannot come up here to first class. I was like, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. My knees were hurting. I'll turn it around, no problem. She was like, thank you, because that could have been a hazard. I was like, really, ma'am? I get it. This little dirty curtain separates the rich from the poor. I understand. You don't appreciate the peasantry coming from my pores right now. But like I said, I'll turn it around. She got defensive. She goes, well, I'm just saying, I'm doing my job. I'm not saying it. It's not like I'm saying it because you're, Oh, she didn't know I was a comedian. I had to step into this one. I said, not because I'm what, ma'am? She's like, I'm not saying it because you're black. I said, ma'am, who is throwing the race card at 39,000 feet halfway across the Pacific? I'm just trying to land like everybody else. That's as equal opportunity as it gets. What are you talking about? She couldn't accept that. Why? Because she's prideful. And what do prideful people do? They double down. She takes it to a level that I never thought I would see on a plane. She then says to me, well, you can have a bomb. Guys, there's certain things you cannot say on a plane, okay? Bomb is numero uno, especially if you're a flight attendant, because people believe you. You can't do that. You can't say bomb on the plane. The other thing you can never say on the plane is the phrase, it's time. Thank you, my man here. Thank you. Now I guess the rest of these guys, this is the CIA I'm performing for? Is this the offensive line for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? You guys are that tough? You mean to tell me you don't mind sitting in 34D and the guy in 34E wakes up and goes, it's time. Time for what? Because unless it's hammer time, we gotta fight, bro. Seriously, man. It's crazy. Like I said, man, been through a lot this past couple of years. It was really rough for comedians because there was nothing. Like, they took it all away. You know what I'm saying? I had to take my talents to Zoom. Oh, man, it's awful. Half of the people don't know how to work it, right? The other half of the people just refuse to come on their monitor. I don't know, what are you doing, lines of cocaine in there? It was miserable. The only good thing about it is I just had to wear a nice shirt and no underwear under there. So, yeah, next time you don't come on your monitor, just think of me with my balls out. Exactly, man. It was rough. And so it got tough too, man, because you guys remember when this thing first started, everybody's like, oh, we'll be back to work in 3 weeks. Remember that? Yeah. Then somebody told me, they were like, actually, brother, black folks don't get it. Yeah, they were like, the melanin in your skin protects you. I was like, it's about time. I know that's right. Found out that wasn't true. Then remember they were like, now the summer, what happens is the sun just melts it off your skin. And if you really want protection, just get in the pool and the chlorine just gets rid of all of it. By October, guys, my bank account was like, they're all lying. Guys, it got bad. I knew it got bad when I had to make life decisions in the grocery store. Yeah, you should not be in a food for less making life decisions. You understand? I couldn't get the sweets I wanted, man. I had to get the tuxedo cookies. Okay, a couple real people in here. I appreciate that. I keep forgetting I'm on Royal. Y'all eat Oreos. I bought tuxedo cookies, guys. These are these milk-resistant cookies that you can put the milk for an hour and they won't break. I had to suck on these cookies like a Halls, man. Where my life had gotten. It was so tough, man. But low-key, I think my parents were happy, because they were like, good, he's going to go get a real job now. They don't consider what I do real. My father, defense contractor for many years. My mother was beautiful. About it. She's wonderful, right? And so they're like, yeah, he's gonna get a real job, because before I sold medical devices, before I started comedy, I sold medical devices, and I did very well. And so, they're just like, why is he doing this comedy stuff? So they were like, yes, he's going back to corporate. I did not. I took my talents to FedEx. Yes. And that only lasted for 2 months because I realized I don't have a FedEx body, guys. That's not something you start at 38, okay? I have a I'll help you move on Saturday between the hours of 1 to 3 body. Not every day. I couldn't do it. And every time I tried to quit, they would use sexism to keep me there. Yeah, they would get to my pride, sir. Miss Susan, she had been there for 25 years. She was 60 years old. Every time I tried, they were like, oh, your back's hurting, Aaron? Hey, Miss Susan, why don't you come talk to Aaron? His back's hurting. Miss Susan will sloth over there like, yeah, I've been there for 25 years. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm like, are you sure about that, Miss Susan? Because you no longer have a vertebrae. Seriously. So that's why I said at the top of the show, and I meant what I said. I'm happy to see you guys, man. And so, just so you know, we'll be here. We're doing 1,000 shows this week. It's gonna be an all-time high. so you can catch us. But if you want to see some different things, we'll be in the theater on the last day. We'll mix it up a little bit for you guys. But also, if you enjoy myself and Phil, which you're really going to enjoy Phil when I bring him on, just let them know at the end of the cruise. Do that for us with your survey. We'd really appreciate it. And the reason I asked for that is I haven't always worked for Royal. Yeah, Royal is kind of the place that you finish, not where you start. Yeah. And I won't say the names of the cruises, but they weren't royal. Yeah, they were very unroyal. How about that? The last ship I worked on, I had to sell tickets to my own show. Yeah, guys, everything I have said today is for real. Like, the flight attendant really said bomb. You understand? I had to sell tickets. So, when you got on the boat, they would have me down there with a sign going, hey, come to a comedy show. Yeah, you know how you went to Cozumel to have fun, came back a little tipsy? That'd be me down there going, hey, still coming to the comedy show? Yeah. When you go to the Windjammer to eat, that was me up there going, washy, washy. And come to the comedy show. You understand? I drove the ship from 3 a.m. to 5, guys. I don't have a license for that. I'm just saying, I can't go back. So please let them know that you had a good time. Also, if you're on Instagram, follow me at AE Comedy. Again, that is AE Comedy on Instagram. I realize this is Royal, and half of you never heard of Instagram, and that's okay. I want to include you as well, so you can fax me. Yes, you can go to your room, pull out your typewriter, punch me up a little letter, put it in a bottle, and throw it over, and maybe I'll get it soon. Yes. And for those of you on MySpace, just go up to 17 and let it go, baby. Just jump, because you're a loser, all right? You don't like to move forward, and we don't need you in our society any longer. That about covers it. As I head out of here, I'll end with this. Like I said, these last 2 years have been crazy. I'm also newly single. Yeah, I know. I say newly single because it sounds better than divorce, all right? Because people get sad. It is a bad thing. It's a death, right? However, it's as good as it can be, man. It's very amicable. We take care of the children well together. She respects me as daddy. I respect her as mom. So it's all good. And I made sure of that, sir. I started off by giving her everything. And I found that's a good way to do it. That's a good start. She got my cologne, too. I don't know what she's going to do with it, but she's got it. It's hers. But for real, I miss certain things, though, now that I've kind of, been alone. Like, I think I miss the arguments a little bit. Yeah. I know what you're thinking, like, that's why you're not together now. No, actually, we only had one big argument in 7 years. We just didn't do it. And maybe that was a telltale sign. I don't know. But we didn't really do that. I think I missed them, well, number one, because I've been in COVID for the last 18 months, and I've been talking to myself, guys. I've come to love the mask because you can get a whole conversation off and nobody knows it. Yeah. But I think I like the arguments because while my wife was sweet, she was a little petty at the same time. Yeah. And that's not an attack against women, ladies, because I know some petty men, and, well, that's just weird. All I'm saying is if you want to try to out-petty a woman, good luck. Yeah, they have God-given gifts that you do not have, sir. You understand? They can take it to levels you couldn't think about. My wife started using the baby to get all her frustrations out on me. Yeah, she'd find any reason to pick the baby up. She'd be like, look at all this trash in the trash can. Boy, I wish Daddy would take the trash out, but Daddy's a little lazy. It's like, what? You had to do all that? You couldn't just say take the trash out? Any reason, sir? Had a gig in Vegas. She picked the baby up. Daddy's leaving us at home alone again. Going out there to Vegas where all those hoes be at. I know one thing, he better not come home smelling like Bath and Body Works again like he did back in January of 2013 on a Friday night at 3:33 a.m. Just the two of us. I was like, are you singing? I was like, you know what, can Daddy see the baby? I said, yeah, well, maybe if Mommy would get out of that worn out house robe sometimes and actually do her hair and suck a nigga dick or something. And maybe Daddy would enjoy staying at home with Mommy. She was like, oh, give me the baby. Give me the baby. She was like, well, maybe if Daddy could afford to pay for Mama's hair consistently and learn what foreplay is and stop just rimming it in Mommy, then maybe Mommy would give Daddy what he wants. I was like, oh, you think it's a game. Give me the baby. I want to see my daughter. Long story short, I think we got a little bit too loud because Child Protective Services came over and said, can we see the baby, please? Hey guys, that's my part of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please keep the energy going. The gentleman I'm bringing on the stage is a really good friend of mine. We've worked together in the past. He's amazing. You've seen him on the Tonight Show, on the Late Late Show. Please give it up for my friend and yours, Mr. Phil Polisol.
Thanks for spending the week with him. And thank you for clapping for me, too. I appreciate that, because I can see most of your faces. I've never heard of this guy. I'll give it up, but I might want it back. We'll see. It's fun to have you out. Thanks so much for coming in. Listen, special shout out to everybody sitting behind the pole. Want to go see a show tonight? No, let's just go stare at a pole and listen to a show. But it is fun to have you out. Listen, I hope I look all right. Let me tell you that right off the top. I never know because I'm colorblind. Can't tell what I put together. So tonight I went with brown pants and a gold shirt. Because I know that for a black man like me, when you wear brown pants and a gold shirt, nail it. I didn't always want to be a comedian. I wanted to make it big in porn, but I could never make it big enough. Right out of the business. If you're gonna quit your... These are not the real jokes, by the way. I should probably tell you that too. Just relax. These first few jokes, these don't count. No, I gotta get loose, get warmed up. These are just stupid little layup jokes. You know, like before a basketball game, players come out, do the stupid little layups and get loose. I can't come out here and jump right into my act. I'll pull something. Loose. If you're gonna quit your job, always give 2 weeks notice. That's the right thing to do. Just call them up and tell them, in case you haven't noticed, I haven't been there 2 weeks. I have 3 godchildren, and my brother has 5 goddamn children. Have a dog. My wife and I, we have a dog. She's not a purebred, our dog. She's a mix. She's a part German Shepherd, part shits a lot. Big dog. Got a new broker. We're almost done. We're almost done. I got a new broker. I lost my old broker. See, here's the deal. I used to be with Charles Schwab. And now I'm with his brother, Cotton. There you go. That joke's so stupid you have to say it back to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It makes you mad at tiny things like Cotton Schwab. God damn it, get on with it. Chicken pot pie is my 3 favorite things. Some of you are still putting that together, it seems. Well, it is fun to have you out. Give yourselves a nice round of applause. Isn't it good to be out again? Isn't it? I know, man. I know. This time last year, my wife and I, we were an episode of Naked and Afraid. So this is just fun to be out here. Thanks for putting up with all of it. I know. I'm tired of it too, man. I'm so goddamn tired of the mask. I forget it. I forget it every time. Of course I forget it. It's like giving a fish a hat. And I got the shot, 1, 2, 3. Give it to me in my mouth. I said, I don't. But how do you know? I don't, you know. In 2019, I get a flu shot, right? And like 5 days later, sure enough, I get syphilis. What the hell? Yeah. I'm pretty sure she gave me the shot wrong if I crack it back. Probably my own fault for going back for the booster time and time again. Point is that it's just good to be out again. Enjoy yourselves and mingle a little bit, maybe. Watch each other's back. Although, I don't know how good that's going to go. I read a story about a lady here in Florida. She gave birth, didn't know she was pregnant. You want that lady watching your back? Really? I mean, I'm sure she's a nice lady, but something tells me things get by her. That's all I'm saying. How do you have a baby? Oh, look at that. God damn, I had a baby. I thought that I had a little backfire from a burrito the other day. That thing was kicking me from the inside out. That's too far with the joke, isn't it? I know. Didn't you feel the whole room kind of tighten up? Don't poke that imaginary baby. But it is hard, man. I know it is hard. It is hard to be human right now. And people are stretched thin, too. You feel that, don't you? Folks are on edge. Ready to get mad whenever we get the chance. We're mad in the car. Jeez almighty, we are mad! What is it about the car? We turn into different people in the car. We don't behave like that on foot. You wouldn't even think to behave that way. You'd never go into the bank, see a big long line of people for the teller and go, well, I'm just going to go right in there. That's all it's doing. La, 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 la. You'd never be walking down a narrow hallway behind some elderly gentleman who's barely getting by with a walker, get right up on his ass and go, come on! Oh, no. Step aside and die already! I know, but in the car, you let her rip. It comes on you quick, too. I know, man. I'm telling you, I can have the best intentions. I can be at church. I'm like, peace be with you, peace be with you, peace be with you. 5 minutes later, I'm in the parking lot. What's with this asshole? Go around, fuckhead! It's too hard, I'm telling you, man. I don't think marijuana ought to be legal. I think it ought to be mandatory. Just call them cope sticks. Pass them out at work. Here, go outside and settle down, will you? You'd see people huddled outside office buildings every day. They're goddamn merry. Jesus. Ought to take her to lunch. I'm kidding around. I'm joking about. I don't smoke pot anymore because I'm out. And, yeah, I had to quit. I just got the negative side effects mostly. You know, I get paranoid really bad. Every time I got high. I remember one time I got really ripped. I was like, wait a minute! Am I a cop? I got constant constipated every time. That was awful. I had to go to the doctor. He was like, look, fella, you got to shit or get off the pot. It's simple. I recommend that you laugh at all of the jokes or the baby gets it. Let that be clear. If you're on the fence. But it is fun to have you out. It's good to be back out too, I suppose, but it's different for me. Now, you people, you're on a marvelous cruise. Good for you. I'm at work. I would have loved to have taken a marvelous cruise this week, but I had to work. Nobody put that together as a joke. Wow, everybody just stared at me like a dog watching magic. But I am. I'm at work right now, and it's hard to remember that with a job like this because I have virtually no parameters in my job, man. I can go where I want, do what I want, wear what I want, say what I want. I can't punch a guy. That's really about it. Actually, I'm not going to punch anybody, but I think I'd like to have the ability to punch a guy at work. Not get in any trouble at all. You know, like a hockey player. Now, God damn it, that guy is at work. Jesus, he rips the shirt off a coworker, punches him in the face, and he gets to go sit down for 5 minutes. You throttle a guy and take an immediate break. I don't know why we don't all adopt that. But the league doesn't want him to do it. That's what they tell you, and so they fine the guy, and they hit him heavy, a $50,000 fine. Well, the guy makes $12 million a year. He doesn't give a flying shit about a measly $50. What if you could go back to work next week, punch somebody right in the face for $6? I know! That'd be the first thing you did. Morning, Phil. Up your ass. What a perk. But this is a good job. This is a good job. You know, fits me nice, and I've had a lot of jobs. Well, that's not exactly true now either. I haven't had a lot of jobs. I've just had jobs in several different fields, you know. That's the trouble with being a smart ass. Nobody thinks you're smart. Just assuming the ass part. Let it go at that. But I got a lot going on up there. Oh, don't you kid yourself. I get thoughts. I worked for one company for a while. They had a suggestion box in the employee area with a little sign above it that read $500 bonus for anybody that comes up with an idea that will save the company money. So I jot down my idea and well, what if you made the bonus $50? Do you understand the joke? Yeah, you save $450 in every good idea. Now give me my $500. Not a lot of busy work in my job. That's one of the frustrating things about doing this. You're either doing it or you're not doing it. There's no gray area, and people don't give you any space. They just want constant funny. Give me it. Ugh. It's like being a postman in that sense, because we don't give those guys a second to themselves either. Now, you know I'm telling the truth. We've all had that experience, right? When we've been in line at the post office, and he's helping the person right in front of us, and then he finishes, and the person leaves, and he goes in the back, and you, what in the fuck? What in the fuck? You get back here and you postman me right now. We just become immediately incredulous and start talking to a stranger. Well, I guess he's got customers on the other side of the wall, too. Here's what happened to me, okay? I ran into a friend of mine who was with a friend of his. We have a little conversation and then they leave. My friend tells his friend that I'm a comedian. He tells my friend that he didn't think I was that funny. Well, it's because I wasn't doing it. That's like meeting a pilot at a dinner party going, I don't know. He was on the ground when I met him. Pilot. I get introduced every time I go to work. Another awkward part of the job, although not with Aaron because he's an old friend and a good pro, but it's just awkward with it because I don't know if you've ever really paid attention to an introduction or not, but it's always just credits. There's never any debits. And I think they should do that when they're introducing somebody. Give you some credits and some debits. Couple of the high points, couple of the low points too. just so that you could get a whole picture of the person. You know, if he were to say something like, well, he's been on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno and the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. He nods off in every movie, and he once sneezed and pooped his pants at the mall. Welcome to the stage. And I would come out and he's just a regular guy. You're regular. You ever do that, by the way? You ever sneeze, shot yourself? Man, that'll change your agenda right now. That'll do it. I don't care what you're doing. You could be going to space. That's you! God damn it, we gotta go back. I recently dyed my hair bald. God damn, this wasn't plan A. You don't hear a lot of little boys hit their knees at night. Dear Lord, one day let me have face from neck to neck. You don't hear that? A lot of us black guys, when we start to lose our hair, just shave the rest of our head off, which I don't understand. I don't need you either. Somebody told me I've got a good head for going bald, which... Why would you say that to somebody? Nobody wants to hear that. That's like being the tallest midget. Who gives a shit? No big deal. Big deal. But it's just the way it turned out, that's all. It happened fast, man, oh man, time is going by quick. Honest to God, can you believe that it's 2022? 22? Are you shitting me? I've still got 40 gallons of Y2K water. Oh, damn, it feels like it was just Ford Truck Month. Just flying by. Feels like it happened overnight, too. Feels like I went to bed, young man, full head of hair, woke up a bald man with a coin purse. Yeah, I don't know when I got it, but I love it. It is the handiest thing. It keeps my front pocket quiet, keeps all my change in one little place. Except now I'm that guy at the front of the line going, 38 cents? Yeah, I've got it exactly. Let me count it out. I've got it. You can't stop it. Try if you like, no can do, man. You're gonna get old, you're gonna do old guy stuff. The other day, inexplicably, just started picking my ear with a key. It felt great. I lost my vision for a half a minute. This is magnificent. I'm keeping old man hours now? That's horrible. 8 o'clock at night. 4:30 in the morning. All right, let's go do something. I could read the paper, but it won't be here for 2 more hours. I have to be careful getting older. Man, I pulled my groin the other day. Ugh, for about 20 minutes. I worked hard for that joke. I want a whole lot more out of you people. But I'm not going to get old quietly. No, sir. I got a plan, baby. I'm going to stay young and hip. That's right. I got a good plan. I got a tattoo. Yeah, foolproof part of the plan. Let me tell you about it. It's a line across my belly, and if my pants ever go above it, my wife is to shoot me. That's my good plan. Yeah, she's to get him down. I'm actually looking forward to the day when I can get my coin purse like that. Goddamn, man, that's got to be the first sign of losing it, don't you think? How does that come together? Is it nope, 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 nope? Hey, yeah, that's the stuff. I don't even know how you buy pants like that. I need a 38.55. Yeah. Anything with a 22-inch crotch would be preferable. These are going to work out nicely. Let me give you my wallet. I do have to watch the body though. That part is true, man. I hurt my neck the other day at Hooters. Have you had that happen? Ah, damn it. Same day I pulled my groin. Same day. Same booth. But it is funny. It is funny about getting older though. The things that you notice surprise you, trip you up. I didn't think about these things when I was a kid. Man, when I was a kid, I couldn't give two shits about fiber. Now I can't give two shits without it. Life circles back around, catch it. But that food, that's real, man. I didn't eat this food. I'm telling you, you couldn't kill me to eat asparagus when I was a kid. Now, love it. Cook it all sorts of different ways. I don't even care that it makes my pee smell funny. That's a joke for 3 out of 10 people. Yeah, the other 7 people, like, I don't get that joke. I don't have the enzyme that makes that joke funny. That's a joke for 1 out of the 3. The other 2 people, like, I didn't know it was an enzyme. Why does he keep telling jokes for smaller and smaller groups of people? And here's the other funny thing about that. There were some things that I loved to eat when I was a kid that I can't imagine eating now. I don't remember the last time I had a booger. Sorry, some of you just threw up in your mask. No, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story and make you forget all about that. That's kind of rough. I know. I told you about my dog, the Shih Tzu. And I love that dog. I walk him whenever I get the chance. One of my favorite things in the whole wide world to do is to walk that dog. But I have to pick up after the dog. And that's one of my least favorite things in the whole wide world to do because I have to make a face. Every time, 8 years in, it's like this involuntary tick. Now it's like, Man, sometimes it hits me deep in the back of the throat. Then it finally occurred to me, use a bag. But you're not thinking about the booger anymore. I don't mind getting older, I guess, and I don't miss being a kid necessarily. I miss the simplicity of child life. Because everything was easier, man. We got along and we played along. Made stupid little rules as we went along. Remember when you could get on base? You were safe. Everything's going to shit out here. It doesn't matter to me. I'm on base. I'm here. Ha Wouldn't that be handy now from time to time? Base. You've been charged with public drunkenness and lewd behavior. How do you plead? Well, Your Honor, I was on base. Well then, Molly oxen free. We had a ton of things like that just simplified life. Spinner's rights. Did you have that when you were a kid? You could spin on something that you really, really wanted. Nobody else could have it. Genius. It solved a lot of problems right away, man. Somebody bring a pizza to the table. Hey, that's my pizza. And everybody else are not. That's his pizza. But not now. Now I'm all grown up things to think about, worry about. You know, I got an anniversary coming up, which I'm looking forward to. I got to get my wife something good. Make up for last year. Man, oh man, don't buy your wife an accidental death policy. Not a good gift. I took her bungee jumping last year. Unrelated. She loves that sort of stuff. So here's what's going to happen. Here's the story. Here's what we did. We went up in the mountains, Colorado. We went up in the mountains. We went up in the air in a hot air balloon, 250 feet. She's going to bungee from the balloon, 220 feet. Yeah, we get in the basket. On the way up, this guy leans over to me and he said, listen, sometimes people are afraid to go. She don't go on a count of 3. You think you can push her? Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my wife and everything, but there isn't a married guy in this room that wouldn't just like to one time. It's therapeutic, everything comes out. I pushed her too. I pushed her all the time. I don't mean to be like that, and don't get me wrong, man, I love my wife. I'm crazy about that woman, but I just get so sometimes. We argue, Jesus, we argue over the stupidest, littlest, teeniest, tiniest, couldn't possibly matter. I can't load a dishwasher wrong. It's not like I'm taping the dishes to the outside of the machine. God damn it, it's a first dish. But that's what you fight about. Big stuff, you lean on each other, and it's really, really great. But the little. We had an argument one time, half an hour, whether or not a dolphin is a fish. 30 minutes, whether or not a dolphin is I know that a dolphin's not a fish. Now. We had an argument in the car. Grr! That's the worst place to have an argument because you're stuck. Big argument about my driving, and she's got a little room to drive. I'll give her that because I'm a boob. You ever been driving around and can't see an address or something that you're looking for, so you turn the radio down, like that'll help? I can't see shit with this music in my eye. This clear piece of glass has got to go. How old is my car? I know. We went for a relaxing drive in the mountains not all that long ago, and as we were headed up into the mountains, there's this big sign on the side of the road just flashing, scared to death at it. It says, watch for falling rock. And I did that and hit a guy on a bike. Awful. All right, we're in the rock zone. Better keep a sharp eye. What the fuck was that? Huh? All right, everybody listen up. When the police get here, that guy was hit by a rock. Yeah, what's up? So I don't know whether I'm a good driver or a bad driver, but I do know that one steering wheel means one driver. All right? Shush, shush. Shush, shush. Not to hear my wife tell it. You know, Phil, even a fighter pilot has a wingman. Well, yeah, but I don't think he warns the pilot by screaming out, well, I get nervous. I don't know what to say. Well, how about car? Bike might have been handy. I don't even understand why she gets nervous. It doesn't make any sense. This is a woman that has leapt from a perfectly good airplane, strapped to a little backpack full of nylon. Didn't think a thing of that. But a car in a parking lot backs up slowly towards our car. Come on, fly me wild! But I do love that woman. Like I said, man, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it's not all bad being married. Now, you know that. Some of it pretty doggone good. You ever been making love to your wife? It's going so good, you just give her a high five right in the middle of it. Way to show some hustle out there. Run over to the dresser, get yourself a sip of Gatorade, but hurry back. As we get going, man, I'm telling you, I blew my knee out. I am not kidding. We were making love and I folded back and my foot had gotten caught up in the sheets and pow, there went my ACL. Now I can't play football because of an old sex injury. Sex with your wife is just fantastic. And that's one of the great things about being married, man. You can make love anytime she wants to. I just wish I had something to entice my wife into the bedroom, because what I got now doesn't work. I don't know what to do. That's the whole trouble, you know. I don't know how to be sexy. Although I'm pretty sure that's not it. That's not it. No, that's good for getting squirrels out of the orange tree. Get out of the orange tree! It's not good, man. I'm not good at seduction. I can't seduce me, frankly. I come on to myself and I'm like, look, Phil, really. I have to sneak up on myself. I'm like, where is that coin purse? I'm at work. I can't imagine another job where this would be acceptable for a second. Welcome to Subway. What can I get you? But I will tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. I can always tell when making love to my wife is going really great, though, because she has this little pet name that she blurts out. It's a little embarrassing, but she loves to call me Greg. Okay, just so you know, I know that's a joke. All right? Man, people got tired again. Did you feel that? Oh, shit, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. It is nice to have you out. I do love that woman. I found my wife on Tinder. That's kind of surprising, isn't it? I mean, surprised the hell out of me. We've been married 30 years. What the fuck are you doing there? But I couldn't say anything about it because what am I doing on Tinder? Horrible catch-22. That's just a joke. Happily married. 30 years we've been married, my wife and I. Yeah, that's pretty good for us. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. 24 wins, 6 losses. She was a terrible rookie. I had to bring in a veteran free agent wife just to show her what the hell to do. You know what I love about that joke? Splits the room immediately. Yeah, as soon as the joke's over, half the room is upset and the other half of the room is like, is that a thing? Is there a league? We get together and have a draft night? How does that work? But I do love that woman. Doggone it, you want to show them, man? I'm telling you, you want to show them that you love them and you cherish. But I flub it up somewhere. Well, here's what happened not all that long ago, right? Finally, everything opens back up, so we're going to go have a meal cooked by somebody else, right? So we go to the restaurant. It is packed. We have to wait for a table. So we're in the bar having a drink. I've got to go to the bathroom. I get up, I go to the bathroom, I come back. There's some guy hitting on my wife now. Like, dude, she's with me. But he's not buying it. So, I spit on her. Hey, you guys have been dynamite. Thanks so very much for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Phil Parasol. I really tripped up on that imaginary baby as I come up there. I was going to kick it for a field goal, but if my boss found out I did that, him and the baby would hit the roof. Oh, guys. So, as I said, folks, earlier, it's my first contract with Royal Caribbean. We got any first-time cruisers? Yeah, just one. The rest of you are veterans. First-time cruisers, yeah. So I am a first-time cruiser, technically, although this is the second time in my life that I've been classed as seaman. Some of you took a little longer there. Some jokes are harder to swallow. But guys, and one more time for Aaron Edwards Hall. They're both fantastic guys. And Aaron said earlier he was looking forward to getting to 50, and he really means it. We were chatting the other day, and he was like, "Man, I'm practicing already." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, I'm sitting down to pee." I was like, "What?" I was like, "How's that going for you?" He's like, "It's all right, but my dick touches the water." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Your dick touches the water?" And I'm trying to be cool, because he's a cool guy. I'm trying to be cool. I'm like, "Yeah, I feel you, brother. Me too. Got the same problem." He's like, and he starts looking at me. He's like, "Your dick hit the water?" I'm like, "Yeah, when I'm in the bath." There we go, guys. So thank you very much for joining us. The night doesn't stop here. You've got late night tunes with DJ Nick at 11. If you're struggling for something to do tomorrow, folks, 10:30 in Studio B, we've got the 70s party, which is the biggest party of the cruise. Come and see us, your cruise staff and your sports staff, everyone having a good dance, so you guys will dance with us. Thank you so much. The doors are now open. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your cruise. Good night.